Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe 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 Govinda Govinda Radhe.
It's not that the rasas, they exist independent from each other. No? You have the Madhurya rasa, okay, there cannot be Vatsalya rasa, has to be other way, and separate everything. No, it is more like that all the rasas, they nourish the Madhurya rasa of Radha and Mohan. So the Sakya rasa of the friends and the Vatsalya rasa of Yashoda, they are also very important to express in the relation. Because of this, the Madhurya rasa, the love between Radha and Mohan, gets nourished. For example, in the Sakas, Krishna is their friend. And this relation with his friends makes him the hero. When they fight, when they sport, there's competition. If Krishna would be the only young, beautiful boy in Vrindavan, then not difficult to find out who is the best. But there are so many gopas. But only one is the most beautiful. Only one is the strongest, the sweetest, the naughtiest. So the friendship between Krishna and his friends also nourishing the Madhurya rasa, because Krishna comes out of the best boy in whole Vrindavan, desirable for all the girls. Like in the school, there was this boy, and all the girls, they liked this boy most because he was the best in the whole school. And same to the Vatsalya rasa also. And Gauranga Sunda so beautifully said that this is Nara Lila, human-like pastimes. So we can see parallels also from our experiences in life. Like Gauranga Sunda, he explained so nice. No? Mother don't want to know the detail. That is true. Mother is happy when the son is happy, daughter is happy, but detail, no taste to listen that. It's completely natural. And it's also natural that you stay the son of your mother. Doesn't matter, you are already 65 years old. Yeah. Because the relation is fixed. It's the staiva of being the son.
Yeah, so I just remember something, Gaurachandra.
Dear.
When it was meeting of Vrajavasis with Krishna in Kurukshetra, maybe devotees who read this Lila can remember. All Vrajavasis were meeting with Krishna, and they have been there. It was mother, father, friends, gopis, Radhika also. It's a general Lila and general explanation, although behind this is many other things. But I just want to stay on that level. And when they meet, it was very interesting that meeting between Krishna and gopis were in one mood. But when he left, he met Yashoda. Gopis were not present there because it will ruin the mood of exchange the love between mother and son. What's happened? In the moment when Krishna came in the room of Mother Yashoda, he started to behave like a small child. And can you imagine that some of his girls look this situation? There is no taste in that. They don't want to see their lover like a small child who is foolish, who is behaving completely whimsically, enjoying when mother is fondling him, sitting on the mother's lap. This is completely another rasa. And when Krishna was meeting gopis and Radhika, he became completely another person. His behavior changed. His talking were changed. His feelings were changed. And he completely forgot about his mother. I remember Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur now is coming to me. Krishna jumped in the lap of Mother Yashoda, and immediately she took her breast and put the nipple in his mouth. And it's happening in Kurukshetra, my dears. So this is the transcendental lilas, transcendental changing according to the bhavas, according to the person, according to the bhakta, because everything must be completely fitted together. So you helped me to remember this. So in the same mood, Manjari Bhava is going, and Radha is expressing her bhavas, and so on and so on.
Because of this, when now we go back to the situation, Krishna is sitting there and eating. He cannot act. If he act in any direction, maybe he would destroy the rasa of whether Yashoda or Radharani. Maybe he can only sit and eat. No. Whether he act as a son in the relation with Yashoda, then Radharani, she don't want to see like a Gopal Yashoda relation. But he also cannot act to Radharani in a romantic, loving, lover way. Then Yashoda is confused. My Lala, what he is doing now? So maybe if they come together, Krishna almost he cannot do anything. He only can sit and eat.
To satisfy openly, publicly, the mood of her mother and father and elders. But secretly, he is trying to satisfy the mood of his beloved. And
Yes.
Manjaris, they are seeing one thing, that in that moment, during this meal, when they all sitting together, Krishna and his friends, his sweetness is increasing. And they know his sweetness is increasing because my Radha is here. He is very sweet with his parents, but when Radhika appears, he is becoming more sweeter and sweeter and sweeter in that complicated situation.
Yes.
Yeah.
We know that Radharani controls him. He is fixed in Radharani. That relation triggers more to him. Of course, he is fixed in Radharani, but he cannot act in front of Yashoda. But of course, his eyes, his body language, and the vibration in the room, the intensity can be felt by the Manjaris. What is going on inside of Radharani and inside of Krishna. So the Manjaris, their desire for service is also increasing. The Manjari only have the desire somehow they have to meet each other soon, as soon as possible. Then our service is coming.
And then hidden Kunja, nearby Nandagram, has a specific role to give them the short pleasure and again come back. So this is the... And I'm very thankful to you. I'm very thankful to you that you chose these words because it's the morning pastime, and the meditation, listening, talking about this morning pastimes is very, very helpful to clarify anarthas of the sadhakas. Materialistic conception of life, bodily concept of life. This meditation of this specific morning lila, Nishantya lila, is very, very helpful to purify the heart and prepare the heart for more intimate and intimate pastimes. Radhe.
Jayananda, I want to add something, or Radha Charan? Who is there?
Also, Suniti also there?
Suniti there? I don't see.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, Suniti is there.
Okay, anyway. So I wanted to go back to what Jayananda said, that Parakiya, this hidden secret love, almost nobody knows in Vrindavan. Even in Gaudiya Math, they don't talk about that. And in ISKCON also not talking about that. But this is the gift of Mahaprabhu. He came for that, Manjari Bhav. Manjari Bhav only exists in the Parakiya. Without this Parakiya Bhav, the secret hidden love of Radha Mohan, the service of Manjaris is not required. So Parakiya and Manjari Bhav, they go together. And Mahaprabhu came for Manjari Bhav to give that. Otherwise, why Rupa Goswami is coming? Why Rupa Manjari is coming? Why Tulsi Manjari is coming? Lavanya Manjari is coming? Why they are coming? To give Svakiya? Or something? No, for that. So somehow, somebody has to speak about that, to open this. And I read, maybe Jayananda already speak about Narayan Maharaj. He opened that in Gaudiya Math, but he was like the only one. And Anantadas Babaji, he also opened for Westerners by his translations. There are only three, Narayan Maharaj, Anantadas Babaji and Gurudev, who speaking openly now about this. Not only three, maybe some other also are there. Sorry. But it's very rare. And yeah, you got criticized for that, to speak openly about Manjari Bhav. Like Jayananda said, in Gaudiya Math, Narayan Maharaj, some they criticize him. Maybe also not all Babajis were happy that Anantadas Baba giving the secrets in English language so openly. And maybe Gurudev also get criticism that he giving to us, share with us so openly about Manjari Bhav. So, but I think this is like always next level is coming, like giving Srimad Bhagavatam to the world 5,000 years ago, showing the superiority of Braja Lila, of Raga Bhakti, introducing that to some extent up to Sakhi Bhav, then appearance of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and the Goswamis, giving more details. But it was not coming all over the world. It was still secret of bhajan from sadhus in Vrindavan and Navadvip, Puri. Then Prabhupada bring it to the West, and he also writing secretly, but nobody could understand. But Gurudev explained to us the meanings of Prabhupada's purport deeply. And Prabhupada said to Narayan Maharaj, please, you have to help my disciples. bring them one step further. So slowly, slowly, level by level, the next generation can reveal a little more again. So I see like an evolution of revelation. And we are so fortunate that to us, all the secrets are open now. There's nothing more. Only now to realize. I also read that Narayan Maharaj, actually, he don't open this for the whole public of his thousands and thousands of disciples. Only he share also little privately to devotees, disciples, who he thought they are advanced and qualified to listen about Parakya. Yeah. Shri Radhe, it's from Narayan Maharaj. I want to read that. It's matching. Why is Parakya Rasa better than Swakiya Rasa? Srila Gurudev, Narayan Maharaj, explained the conception of the Goswami in regard to Parakya Rasa in detail to his close associates. So he only explained to his close associates, not in public, talking so much about Parakya. In Braja, many people accept the superiority of Swakiya Rasa or the Vedded relation. Swakiya means the conception that Radha and Krishna, they are married, and Krishna is married with all the gopis. In Braja, many people accept the superiority of Swakiya Rasa or the Vedded relation between Krishna and his beloveds, the gopis, and especially Srimati Radhika. So in Vrindavan, the conception of the Brajbasis, if you ask them, almost everybody thinking Radha and Krishna, they are couple, official. They are husband and wife. In his classes, Srila Gurudev Narayan Maharaj established the deep truths of Parakya Rasa, and that Parakya Rasa is more exalted than Swakiya Rasa. Some of his brahmacharis asked Gurudev, it seems that Srila Jiva Goswami established the prominence of Swakiya Rasa. How can we understand this properly? Srila Gurudev responded, the conditioned souls have sinful desires and natures. To protect them from committing immoral acts and thereby become more degraded, Jiva Goswami established Swakiya Rasa, the Vedded relation between between Krishna and his beloveds, for those unable to understand the transcendental paramour relations of Krishna with his eternal potencies. So Jiva Goswami writing, so to say, that Swakiya, that is the highest. But he did that because for us normal people, it is very difficult to understand that the highest thing is when Radharani is married and has a secret relation with Krishna. Because this is a rasa tattva. It giving more spiritual flavor than when Radha and Krishna, they are married. But because Radharani is married and having a secret relationship with Krishna, in our world, this is supposed an immoral act. In our societies where you are living, it is not a good thing when a married wife has a lover. That would If that happens again and again, it would destroy the whole society. So in normal life, in society, we need some rules, and there's the wedding, and there should be no cheating. If that happens, we degrade ourselves. And therefore, it is very difficult to accept for common people that Radha is married and Krishna is her lover secretly, and that is a beautiful thing. This is very difficult to accept for most of the people. So for them, Jiva Goswami saying, yes, Swakiya, that is very good. That is the best thing. But secretly, he also say, actually, for some who really understand, they can understand that Parakiya is a higher mood, but it's completely transcendental. All souls are part and parcel of Krishna, Gurudev said. He is the supreme proprietor, means owner. The souls, every jiva is his property. Like, for a soul to have an intimate relation with someone other than Krishna is against the soul's eternal nature, and hence against eternal religion. Irreligion is when one being turns. Irreligion is when one being turns away from God and cultivates loving relations with others. So it means the jivas, the intrinsic nature is the jiva of the jiva is to have a loving relation with Krishna, not with someone else. And Krishna is the owner of every jiva. So our love is for him. And if we forget that, then we're going from love to the lust. It is said that the proper relation between jiva and jiva is friendship. Two jivas cannot be lovers from the on the spiritual platform. They cannot lover and beloved, enjoyer and enjoyed. That is not possible. That is not proper relation between jiva to jiva. So also in our material relation as husband and wife, the foundation always should be friendship, to help each other. But the love of the soul is supposed to give happiness to Krishna. When one is in a loving relation with Bhagavan, then all other relations are wholesome. But if the soul, which is part and parcel of God, is separated from the whole, then relations with other souls are unnatural and the root of irreligion. If you love the Supreme Lord, you can subsequently have affection for everyone. So if you love God, you can have love for everyone. But if you don't have love for God, then what you call love for others is only lust, only selfish enjoyment, and it leads to degradation. Having a paramour relation with another's spouse in this world is a sin. But in Braja Mandala, Krishna apparently dances with the wives of other cowherd men. How can this be reconciled? To increase the experience of loving mellows in the spiritual world, Yoga Maya arranges for Krishna's eternal beloveds to be the wives of other cowherds, although those cowherds do not have a mentality of proprietor towards the gopis. For those who were qualified, Jiva Goswami established Parakya Rasa as the highest mellow of loving relation with Krishna. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur strongly preached Parakya Rasa, as did Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Seeing the present state of society, Prabhupada Saraswati Thakur instructed his followers not to read the 10th canto, describing Krishna's pastimes with the gopis. He kept these esoteric topics confidential in the Gaudiya Math, and general devotees did not sing rasa kirtans such as Jaya Radha Madhava and Yashomati Nandan. However, Bhaktisiddhanta sanctioned the rasa kirtans for qualified sadhakas. But why would the Goswamis and Guru Varga have composed transcendental literature and songs if not for their reading and recital? So there we have it again. That is what Mahaprabhu want to give that. And somehow at one point we have to sing these songs and read these books. Otherwise the gift of Mahaprabhu cannot come to us. Vishwanath Chakravarti was preaching that. Bhaktivinoda Thakur was preaching that. Parakya is the highest. Bhaktisiddhanta and Gaudiya Math, he stopped that because he said that is too high for the people in Gaudiya Math. So then it is said that different acharyas, they have a different role to play according to time and circumstances. Unqualified people who contemplate Radha Krishna's intimate pastimes make offenses, considering the divine couple to be a mundane lover and beloved. When the sadhaka gains higher experience and his heart is cleared as an effect of advanced sadhu sangha, he could engage in hearing, chanting, and remembering Radha and Krishna's intimate pastimes. Gurudev came to give entrance into Braja Seva. He said, until the souls hear of Braja Rasa, they will have no means to progress. Narayan Maharaj said, without listening about Braja Rasa, nobody can make any progress. Meaning, Raga Bhakti can help only. Vairi Bhakti can never help. Okay, maybe someone want to share something or comment on that?
Radhe Radhe Gaurachandra, very
Yeah.
nice.
Wow, Suniti.
Where are you, Suniti? I cannot see you.
I'm hiding.
No,
Yeah, it's very nice subject and a deep subject, and it has to do with the mercy, how to receive from one's own teacher the hidden path of devotion. It's interesting, but I also like your first part, how you describe the different relationships, and also Gauranga Sundar and Jayananda Maharaj, how Mother Yashoda feels and how the gopis feel and how it is all there in Vrindavan and it's all existing at the same time. I like this meditation because it's all for the pleasure of Radha and Mohan. And of course, we know that the whole of Vrindavan is manifested from the heart of Srimati Radhika, so that Krishna can have all the different relationships to relish, and all the Brajvasis can also have the relationships that how they want to serve him. So that was the first part, and then you come now to Parakya and Swakya. It seems a little bit technical, but as I feel also in my own development in Bhakti, it is a very, very crucial point to really come to that point that Parakiya Bhav, or the relationship of Radha and Mohan, when they are not married, that this is our chance, actually. This is our chance as a soul by the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, of Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Because this is how we can enter into the Leela. Because as Gurudev has often said, when Radha and Krishna are married, there is a part in the spiritual realms, in the kingdoms of the divine relationship, that is a part there where they are married. But as Gurudev always says, what help would they need when they are married? They have their home, they have their settled situation, they are the divine God and the divine goddess, and they are worshipped like that, but there's no reason why they would need anybody's support like they do need when in Vrindavan Leela, in Goloka Vrindavan, where they have the situation of a forbidden or hidden love. And to be honest, I also sometimes struggle with this point. It's not me that is struggling with the point, but my mind. And I know the difference. The mind tries to understand, but me as a dasi, as a maidservant, is so happy and so lucky. And so this development, what you're giving now, all the shastras and all the teachers, and I think why they not speak about it? Because it's actually only Manjaris who have a little bit of taste for their service and who have a lot of surrender. I think they can, then something is able to understand. But I don't know if it's really to be understood, because words are so limited. But Gurudev always makes this beautiful point that I relish when he says, they need us there. They cannot meet. They have this hidden relationship, and they always have to endeavor to meet, endeavor to exchange, and they always have these risky situations, like you were telling, even this super risky situation, super tense situation when they are together with all the elders, Mother Yashoda and Mother Rohini, and all the elders are there, Nanda Baba, and they are preparing, and they are, can you imagine this happens every day, every morning? So it's quite a mind-blowing thing that's happening in Vrindavan every day, these intense emotions. And when my mind is struggling with this, I just share now something from my open heart, so to say. Then I have always one trick how I can go back to the, more deeper understanding. Then I always say it's about the Supreme God and the Supreme Goddess, and it's not about my understanding. It's their own privacy, it's their own relish. And Gauranga Mahaprabhu is more Srimati Radhika's mood, and she comes to make it possible for the jivas, who we are now here in this Kali Yuga, to invite us in this Rama Rama Hare Hare, in this eternal, sweet ecstasy of trying to make them meet. Because in a way, they are not two even. They are one. Radha and Krishna are one. They are not two even. I have the proof. I don't know the verse from Radha Rasudhanidhi, but there's one very nice quote of Baba where he says in the commentary from another book, I forgot, even who thinks that she is a girl or she is one and I am one, who thinks that, they are deluded. But the divine couple who are one but at the same different, they are coming and playing their most intense Leela, and they are inviting us And I find this always helpful. Then I always feel, yeah, it's a super chance, You should hurry up and realize your Kinkari Swarup. Don't delay. Don't doubt. Don't be foolish trying to understand with material consciousness. And then I always feel, oh yeah, my dear Srimati Radhika, my dear Guru Devi, I cannot understand. I'm a fool. I have a material consciousness. Still I have. But please help me and overload me with your mercy and overload me with your good association of devotees who have realized that. Because I think the gurus who have taught it or who are teaching it now, why are they so rare? Because they are also going through a fire. And we have seen it. How much have they criticized Narayan Maharaj? How much? And our Gurudev, how much have they criticized them? And maybe still are. And how much are we criticized, for saying we are the Kinkaris and it's our stand. We are not hiding it anymore. We are luckily, happily accepting it, and we are trying to move forward with it. So thank you, Gaura Chandra, for bringing up this topic. It's sometimes a little bit, I think it's sometimes a little bit, a topic that is difficult to understand from the material point of view, but from the spiritual point of view, it is a must. Because we cannot jump into being a Dasi without knowing, what are the misconceptions. These misconceptions or misunderstandings, they are important, and they are also important to know. And once I asked Gurudev, well, how is it that now in Kali Yuga, we get the highest blessings, because it seems all the other souls in other times, they were more qualified. And we can also see that when Jiva Goswami even was writing a book to somehow justify or to somehow make the wedded relationship between Radha and Mohan look very, interesting and very right, we can understand that at these times, the moral codes were so high and the Varnashram Dharma understanding and the Vaidhi understanding was prominent. But Gurudev said, now in this Kali Yuga, and coming also now into the times where Srimati Radhika's glories are now, becoming more eminent, we are not talking so much anymore about the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Now it's about the Supreme Personality of Goddess, of our Srimati Radhika. And he says that this is her own grace, that we are so fallen now that actually we have no other chance but her mercy. And he says in Kali Yuga, everything is going up and down and criss and cross. Everything is so mixed up. Nobody has anymore this completely deep-rooted understanding of morality and this and that. That's why Gauranga Mahaprabhu came to save these souls who are now ready to, be so bold and say, I am Radharani's servant. I want to become Radharani's servant. Thank you, Gaura Chandraji. I really like the way how you're speaking and how you're expressing. I was hiding because I was here in the kitchen. And then sometimes I just want to listen because I really love to listen to all of you. But excuse me, I just want to share a little bit so you don't feel I'm not loving you or something.
Oh, thank you. Very nice. Sometimes it comes up, I really choose by finger, and then I'm reading 64, Parakia came, and then I read something about Parakia. And yeah, as you said, sometimes it's good to discuss that because it's very important, as you said, in this world we are living in, when they are writing that, like Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Bhakti Siddhanta, like it was more than 100 years ago. imagine what kind of society it was in India. Still today, very rules of morality. You cannot just go with the boy you like and here and there and do like this. It's not possible even today. See all the Muslim countries. What is going on there? And then you want to explain that God, He has a relation with a married woman. How difficult is that to understand in today's societies? Still. So, but somehow we are in the position that we discuss these subjects and also bring these conceptions into the world. We are also part of that to explain about Rasa Tattva. So, I don't know why Gurudev sharing this with us, but it is our job to be the parrot of Gurudev. As a disciple, I will speak what my Gurudev was teaching me. And he teach this to me, so I will share this way. So then this comes into the world. And of course, it's difficult to understand for most of the people, but it has to be taught somehow because this is the desire of Mahaprabhu. He wants to give that to everyone. So the acharyas, they also face the difficulties. Even Jiva Goswami, he must write, yes, Swakiya is the best to console the society, no? The people who are living in Vaidhi and in the moral conceptions of God. So even the appearance of Mahaprabhu, we know by Prabhupada explaining Panchatattva and Nitai Gauranga, slowly we accept that Mahaprabhu is the incarnation of God in Kali Yuga. But how the people 500 years ago, they could accept that? There was a sannyasi, he was always crying and jumping and Krishna with tears in his eyes, and then his followers, they start teaching this is God himself. This Mahaprabhu is God himself. It's a combined form of Radha and Krishna. Really, the people thought the Vaishnavas, followers of Mahaprabhu, they are all crazy. Narayan is God. Krishna is God. But this sannyasi, who's only dancing and crying, and how difficult was that to accept? And it has to be put on the foundation of Shastra. And that was a difficult job for the Goswamis to establish that truth by Shastra. Otherwise, nobody could believe that. But we have all that predictions from the Bhagavatam about the incarnation in Kali Yuga. So, and we know the secrets from Chaitanya Charitamrita and everything. So, but outside of Gaudiya Vaishnava, nobody accepted Mahaprabhu as the incarnation of God in Kali Yuga. We are very on the edge, no? With this movement somehow. So sometimes we can talk about that also. I like it a little. It's like a revolution in the consciousness of mankind. This conception of love, conception of rasa. Nobody talked about rasa before. Wow. Mahaprabhu just came 500 years ago.
Radhe, you just remember me, one time someone, I don't know who, asked Mahaprabhu directly why you openly gave this kind of bhava, parakya bhava, for such kind of completely unqualified and sinful person since Kali Yuga. And the answer was of Mahaprabhu, because they are only qualified for this kind of love, because they are so sinful. They cannot follow any rules and regulations and dharmas, and they are completely qualified only for this parakya bhav. And if we are going deeply in our hearts, we can see and feel how this kind of feeling is deeply, deeply rooted in the form of kama. But by listening the pure katha, pure rasa, this form of kama will slowly and slowly purify, so that we don't have problems with the mind, ego, intelligence, bodily concepts of life, and just understand that we are spiritual soul. And like Gaurachandra said, that our only position is to be in love relationship with that. And why it's also happening? Because golden avatar, incarnation, Gaurachandra said, for this age, opened this path. He didn't open other paths. So it means that we can be very confidential, very secure, that this is the proper path. Although it sounds completely crazy, but Mahaprabhu opened that path, gave instructions how to follow this. He gave his associate who mercifully explaining that path, so it must be that is completely bona fide path, although I am completely useless. And this path actually is hidden because the jivas in the previous ages were not qualified for this path. Although it sounds crazy also. They have been so qualified for so many things. Like Guru Devi said, they practice sadhana so many years very strictly, really strictly. This kind of sadhana, this kind of bhajana is funny actually. This is not bhajana, this is not sadhana at all. And this is the reason why our acharyas is saying that only way to attain this goal, which is here, which is offered to us, is only kripa. For the fools like me, for the lusty people like me, for the sinful people like me, this is the only solution. Kripa. And Gauranga also with his own words confirmed this. How to practice this path? Like a married woman who is always thinking on her beloved. She is doing so perfectly, fulfilling all her dharmic duties. But in the heart, she is thinking about her lover, when I will meet her, when I give him a embrace, kiss, and so on in other details. So Mahaprabhu, with his own words, used this materialistic example because I am a materialistic person. And I understand only this kind of language. But we need to listen all these things through the mouth of pure rasic devotees and be guided through them. In that way, we will receive sufficient sukritis for this particular bhav. Gaurachandra very nicely explained at the beginning this parakya, swakya, reading beautiful explanations of Narayana Maharaj. Because many people, they don't have sukritis for parakya bhav. They have only sukritis for different other bhavs. And we desperately need association, sadhu sangha, in the mood of manjari bhav to receive more and more and more and more sukritis. So this opportunity to listen, to read these two wonderful books, Vilapa Kusumanjali, Radha Rasa Sudhanidhi, is giving us opportunity to serve the words of Mahajanas. And by serving, we are receiving their emotions. And in that way, their emotions are carving on our hearts, bringing deep impressions. So suddenly, fool like me say, oh, this Parakya Bhava, oh, this is completely normal. This Manjari Bhava, yeah, this is only way for me. But it is not possible without Sukritis, who someone gave to me. I don't have it. So this is the reason why we need close, loving, full of Shraddha, full of faith, association of such kind of very rare persons. And this is the gift, as I see, of Mahaprabhu, who said, it's okay, Varnashrama Dharma, it's all right. This Bhav, Shantya Rasa, it's okay. Dasya Rasa, it's okay. Next. Now, when you are talking about this confidential pastimes between Radha and Krishna, my heart is happy. When Gauranga's heart is happy, it means that we are allowed to feel his happiness. Kali Yuga Jivas. Amazing. But he said, they are only qualified for this. What to do? Everyone is criticizing also in Vrindavan. Everyone is criticizing Radhika. So I'm happily accepting this criticism because everyone is criticizing Radhika. Very suspicious. Yeah, we know that she is hiddenly is meeting with this boy and she is married. But this is Parakya Bhav and this is Nara Lila. We cannot understand other Lilas. Only Lilas which can really feel, understand, have some connection is this Nara Lila. Full of risk, like Sunitiji said, full of risk. And Prabhupada glorifying Parakya Bhava by saying, this Parakya Bhava is full of risk. And because of that, it's so sweet. But there is no place for the mind, bodily consciousness, intelligence to understand it. And we can understand only by deep sukritis. Gada. Guru, it's completely, I cannot pronounce, and no one, I think, from Western countries, when we pronounce the name of this Sukriti, it's completely wrong meanings. Gopinath, he knows that. And Gurudev knows how to pronounce this Gadra, I don't know. Because this Gadra, it means death, it means sickness, it means so many things. But when Gurudev is pronouncing and Gopinath, they are pronouncing, then it's a proper Sukriti for attaining Manjari Bhav and serving Radhika in the Parakya mood. That's it.
So nice. Gurudev always say, I'm not qualified, this is my qualification. No qualification is our qualification. And it's not a joke, as Gauranga Sundar said. And that reminds me also of one realization that Gopinath, recently he shared that. He thought, actually, it's more easy that a kami becomes a devotee than a jnani. Because kami has the enjoying tendency, like we all have that. Everybody wants to enjoy. So we are so fallen, we have no knowledge. Our Western societies, my God, cheating my wife, cheating my husband, no problem. No moral standards anymore. So in that condition, only Parakya can help, can bring us out because we understand. Enjoying tendencies, every one of us understand. Only to change from the material to the spiritual. And we are fortunate that we are not so highly educated, that we are not believe that we can do alone by the strength of my sadhana, like in other yugas. They are so pure. Control the mind, control the senses, meditate thousands of years, but no Sukriti for Parakya because it's immoral. It's out of Van Ashram Dharma. Cannot accept that. So, but we in Kali Yuga, we can accept everything.
They are overqualified.
Overqualified.
Yes, because when you approach for some job, they need some qualifications. But if you are overqualified, it's like you are not qualified. They will say, thank you very much. You are overqualified.
Yes.
We cannot accept you. We need someone who is less qualified than you.
You
So
are not fallen enough. So mercy of Mahaprabhu not coming.
Yes, then translate this. So to be overqualified, it means that you have to live in other ages, in other yugas. But in Kali Yugas, welcome to the club.
Jayo, Jayo.
So there is nothing to be proud actually here. And this is very good. Like Gopinath said, I cannot be yogi, I cannot be jnani. Only thing which is my real position is a karmi.
Mm.
And that language I understand. But we should always understand that it's not bodily concepts of life. It's just the basic things which can help us or make a blockage for this. Because if we are too much dharmic, also, it's overqualification. Because in Vrajavasis are lying. They are stealing. They are speaking one thing, doing second thing, and thinking third thing. This is Vraj mood. There is no dharma. Sorry. This is real Vraj mood, not what we think that is Vraj mood. I learned that from Gurudev and Vrajavasis. Examples. And I'm trying to accept it. So for that reason, we need the time. We need the time to digest like a cows. They are eating, they are not swallowing. They are eating. Then stop, lay down, and digest, and then starting slowly to go in their belly, in their stomach, to eat. But the main process in the mouth of cow is to eat, but to digest. Proper eating and proper digestion. It requires time, patience, humbleness, determination, enthusiasm. So, I love you so much.
The Gaudiya Acharyas proclaim that Parakya Ras is the highest form of love. Jaya Jaya Uchvala Rasa Sava Rasa Sa Parakya Bhavajaha Brajete Prachar. All glories to divine armor, supreme among all rasas. Jai. Parakya Bhav is the essence of Srimad Bhagavatam and is the esoteric conception for what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came. Jai Jai Shri Radhe.
Radhe Radhe Go.